This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
And what about our Wade's World podcast?
What about us?
We're coming to you. We're back. We're coming to you live. Crystal clear HD audio. Welcome back to the Wade's World Deadpool podcast. I am Phil.
Is that shots fired and get vocal?
Oh, hey, everyone can hear Liefeld Hellfire nice and clear this episode, can't you? Because, hey, that's who's joining me.
As usual. Who else is going to go through this crap with Phil?
Let us talk about the latest adventures of the Deadpool. I'd ask Charlie Esser, but he's got a full plate these days. Him and Moz are recording. Well, I think in an hour or two they're doing the next episode of Agent Carter. They're doing the season premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Tune in to Full Stream Ahead to find out, I guess.
No, tune in enough said for that. What is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It's been gone for so long.
Well,
I think people forgot. Don't boo me, boo ABC.
Well, I think that's what people were talking about. Once quarantine went into effect, you're like, why don't they release it early? So I think it was already done. Everything was all shot and edited and everything. It's like, why don't
because
just release?
Then they would need something to replace that slot, and so on and so forth.
Well,
it is the summer and content is thin, especially with COVID. So I get it.
Well, I think they started releasing all those game shows that they do in the summer.
They put like the Runaways or something on too.
Exactly.
Or Cloak and Dagger, they can do those reruns.
They could have done an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. marathon.
Oh my God.
We never would have heard from Charlie Esser again.
And right off the top with random nonsense. Love it, love it, love it.
Not right now. Not without supervision.
That's
classic.
That's right. Let's get to it.
Okay, let's
finish off this terrible run.
Oh, I didn't. But there's actual tangential Deadpool news.
As is any Deadpool news. You mean besides Rob Liefeld being Rob Liefeld at this time?
Oh, did you hear he has a new platform to be Rob Liefeld? I guess he's starting his own podcast.
Yeah, I heard.
So what is it just going to be?
If Joe Rogan can have a huge audience and $10 million from Spotify, anybody can do it.
Ooh, shots fired, Joe Rogan. I know. How many millions is he making a year?
I thought the deal was for 10 for over 3 years or something like that.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 10. I thought it was 10 million for a year, but still, even if that's 3 years, that's over 3 million a year. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
There's things that go with that. He can't. Well, he hasn't been Joe Rogan for quite a long time, so this is the official Joe Rogan sold out situation.
I mean, Spotify, whoever. We'll do it for half. Come on.
Speak for yourself, Philip. Kidding. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. You have to.
This podcast could totally be sponsored by Spotify. I'm a sellout. I make no qualms about it. I'm a grown up.
Oh my Lord! Do you know what the name of Rob Liefeld's podcast is?
No Feet.
Oh, Kona button. Robservations with Rob Liefeld.
I'm gonna listen to the first 3 episodes. Not gonna lie though. Not gonna lie.
I know. I'm listening to so many podcasts, but there's 2 episodes up right now. It looks like.
Oh, sweet. Saves me only one more.
Yes, because I guess the whole thing is Robservations is the new podcast by comic book legend Rob Liefeld, which exists to explore and celebrate comic books as an art form and their tremendous impact on the culture.
Except for feet. Don't you worry about feet.
Another foot joke, Lil. Come on, that stinks.
Smells like Fritos.
And the 90s.
Wow, look at that. Matt Conan, eat your heart out.
Oh, but well, let's tune in tomorrow morning when him, and that plucky Australian do another episode of Scarlet Spider, which you can send in feedback for.
What issues are you guys covering?
Why, I'm glad you asked. We're covering Web of Life from Web of Spider-Man 120 and 121, and what is it, Spider-Man? Is it 54 and 55? But it's Web of Life.
So shameless. So many plugs. Like I said, let's get on. We're finally at the end of Deadpool Suicide King's run. I'm kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy too.
Oh, it's date night?
So.
Okay.
I'm going to be so drunk listening back to this episode. How many Kona buttons have we hit?
I don't know. I lost count.
What an a-hole.
Lilith has passed out.
Oh, favorite line in this issue, by the way. I'm Wrecker. Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Get it?
Oh lord. I love the Wrecking Crew. We're gonna squash you like a bug. And Spider-Man. Never heard that one before.
Dude, I'm just gonna say, like, the opening page is pretty cool.
Ain't she gonna introduce us to your girlfriend, meaning Deadpool?
I mean, they're not wrong. We ship it. We low-key ship it.
Some people,
so do the writers.
Oh my lord, this should be our intro. Some people call me Deadpool. Some people call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice because I speak the pompous of love.
Yikes.
Oh my lord.
Well, what do you, with dialogue like this, you can only assume it's because Tombstone's here.
Yo, bro. Yeah, I know.
Dude, you can't tell me. You can't tell me that that's not, like, that's somebody's kid, bro. That's some X-Men's illegitimate kid.
I want to know if Peter Parker's working out or using steroids or what, because, I mean, look at that neck.
When in Deadpool land, you gotta blend in. I'm sure there's, like, a spider that can, like, blow itself up to, like, 5 pounds in size or something like that.
Whoa.
We'll allow it because it's the Deadpool podcast. We'll allow it.
Yeah, anything goes in the land of Wade's World.
Couple of balls down the gob.
The accent
I
just,
don't know what that means, but it's provocative and I like it.
the accent just sells it.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. No, it's not. It gets the people going.
That's like half of those Australian sayings Ray says. It's like, no one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going.
Basically. Wait a minute. Is Australia just a country full of one big Kanye West song? I feel like maybe.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Oh my
Ray.
lord. I wonder, oh my lord. I wonder how much he would want that for what price he would want if for Mikey Flash to like mix us up a song and just using Ray drops.
He'll get 2 shekels and he'll like it.
Yo, it's me.
Batman.
And I'm the
Big
Oh no! He just got over the curse of Khonshu. Don't do that.
Yo, and I gotta.
They big units.
Oh my god. This fight is just like the fight of the one-liners, basically, though.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's like when you get in a fight in 3rd grade. I know. Love the Threads Thunderball, kind of like Absorbing Man meets Deion Sanders because he has a wrecking ball. Get it?
Burn! It's
Oh!
Wow, the whole Wrecking Crew has double entendres. I just realized this.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So what was that crack about? Was that like, oh, you're like the black Absorbing Man? Is that what he's saying?
Pretty much.
Just because you both of you use wrecking balls?
Couple of balls down the gob.
Oh, Mike Benson and Adam Glass. It's not 2020, so I guess we'll let it slide. I'm exhausted.
Oh, Lord. The wrecker. Why did you hire all of us? Only one of us could have taken down both these clowns.
Are you sure?
Well,
Oh my God. Oh God. Shameless. Pandering. That sums up our podcast. I love it. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
oh
Chef's
my.
kiss.
But, and then the wrecker, like, bats Spider-Man into the sky. And then, yeah. One of them runs into Deadpool's back. Spinal injury.
They missed the opportunity to say, this is a spinal tap. Come on, writers. Come on.
Future Lilith is passed out on the floor by now.
Totally.
She's taking a drink. Oh Lord. And getting that wrecking ball through airport security must be a bitch. Oh. An airport security joke, really?
This podcast is rated P+.
That's right. That wrecking ball.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Oh wow, they said sissies in this book. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Man, you cannot. Deadpool books don't hold up. Like the ones from the 2000s do not hold up.
Oh no, I forget. Oh yeah. Because he makes
I
topical.
always forget like what a just absolute clusterfuck these books are sometimes.
But because it's like, because they want to always want him to make topical jokes, you know.
Oh, this feels very Lethal Weapon 1 or 2, and I'm like more like 4 because it was terrible. 3 can still hold up. 4 is a joke. Fight me. I don't get it.
But then, he gets hit in the head and I guess has a flashback.
Oh wait, you didn't follow it up that there was a sequel?
What?
When he says 1 or 2, and then the other guy goes, there was a sequel. Deadpool says that.
Oh, he is unstable.
Pool of vision shot.
Oh my lord! Spider-Man's back. Hey, Wrecker, don't tell me this is the first time you took one in the eye.
Ooh, flip.
Subtext.
Text.
Oh, jeez. Tell me you've got an ace up your sleeve. I'm sort of a fly by my pants kind of guy.
More like fly in your pants, but okay.
You just hate your liver, don't you? Wrecking crew, let's make it rain.
Are we the strip club?
Whoa.
Pee on him? What is going on in this book? This is a little racy for my liking.
And then the Punisher shows up with all
Finally? Ugh.
Yeah.
Breaks up all the fun. Sucks the fun right out of the room if you ask me.
You mean the Punisher on Green Goblin's Collider wearing Unicorn's battle ram and claws prosthetic hand, and you spelled claw wrong?
And you still can't be as competent as Moon Knight in Avengers number 33?
Ooh!
See into the Moon Knight podcast, latest issue.
Nailed
for that
it.
reference.
Nailed it.
Hey, man. I know. Well, he did a quick, half-hour episode. I had my feedback on there, but I guess the next episode, which will be dropping anytime soon, it's like you have feedback, Charlie has feedback, Matt Kona has feedback. You're welcome, Ray.
Oh, we're gonna be the feedback brigade. It's cool.
Oh, well, he used to call me Phil, Filmy, and Perich, like, Charlie, but now, after this last...
It's Phil Drop King.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Did you hear the feedback I sent in? And I was just like, oh, hey, yeah. Ray, can I give you my feedback?
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, you're quite the cheeky bugger. I agree.
A cheeky bugger.
Nailed it.
But yes,
God bless this mess.
But yeah, they spelled claw wrong. It's with a K.
No, I thought it was like Claw and then Claw from Black Panther. No?
Wait, what? No. It's a last name.
No, that's not what that was supposed to be.
Well, no, he's wearing the thing. He's wearing the, the guy made a sound. He's wearing that. So I don't know how that Sonic thing's working because it's usually worn by a guy made of pure sound. So.
Like I said, Frank Castle is not a competent man.
Or these
On
writers,
this, Charlie Esser and I agree.
or these writers should have pulled a Charlie Esser and pulled out their handbook of the Marvel Universe.
The one he uses is not relevant anymore, but okay. Because there's no such thing as continuity in modern comic books on any side, unless you're Go-Go Power Rangers.
Charlie.
You're welcome, IDW.
Charlie pretends those handbooks are still relevant. Meanwhile, he just likes looking at Nightshade in a bikini.
I mean, no judgment. I can get behind that.
I bet you can.
You know, Mama likes a little Namor, so no judgments here.
So if you're a built man in a Speedo with a triangle head, contact Little Hellfire.
Tombstone. What are we gonna do with Tombstone? Did we ever see him again? I don't know.
I think so, but oh yeah, because I think he might have showed up for like 30 seconds in a Superior Spider-Man something.
Somewhere in some multiverse, he still exists. It's fine.
Oh Lord, but then they gas the Wrecker with one of Hobgoblin's jack-o'-lanterns because it has enough knockout gas to put down a herd of elephants.
Jack-o'-lantern is more like a jacko,
Now, let's get off this topic. So yes, they gas him with one of Hobgoblin's pumpkin bombs.
Gobble gobble.
Dang.
Shouldn't that be one of Norman Osborn's bombs? Because didn't Hobgoblin steal that?
Don't think too hard about it. The writers didn't.
No, I can tell. Oh Lord, and this is for the wannabes. Never give up your dreams.
Wannabes.
So is Deadpool calling Frank a dog when he says go ahead pee on him? You know you want to, or is
It's hat dog, I guess.
Or
maybe he knows what Frank's really into. We don't know. This is a don't ask, don't tell situation.
Sir, we found some of the Punisher's latest victims. They all have bullet holes in the head and they smell of urine.
Did they pee themselves?
No.
Sure, why not? Like this gangster lingo is just like, if it was 2020, they would be totally called out. That's all that I'm saying. This is less than woke. This is definitely their fast asleep situation.
And Deadpool comes up behind Tombstone's flunky, an overweight black man, and says, "Hey, hey, hey."
I mean, I get that reference and just barely, and only because they did a remake of that movie with Kyla Pratt, aka Penny Proud. So, literally the only reason why I get that reference.
Well, maybe this is a bunch of old men writing for old men. I don't know.
That's what it seems like.
Hey, old white men, this is how they speak on the street, yo.
Yikes.
That's what it seems like.
They should definitely let younger people write Deadpool. That's all that I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know how.
Just a life pro tip.
I don't know how young or old these guys are, but yeah, it just seems like
they seem like they're about 50. From what I gather from this, at this time of writing, they were like 40s to 50s. Cause yikes.
Oh Lord, but yeah, he's taking Justin.
Just go on social media for 10 minutes and see how the kids TikTok. For goodness sakes, if you want to know how kids talk, that's all that I'm saying.
But yeah, Tombstone's gonna get away in his helicopter with Justin Bieber, and he's like, "No, go ahead. I'm gonna shoot you. Go ahead. I don't care."
Oh baby.
Isn't he roofing houses these days?
More like abducting kids in a panelist van. Shave and take a shower already.
Oh Lord.
Poor Haley.
I'm
gonna slap the taste out of your mouth. I love it.
What?
But the bring it on show enough thing kind of
Oh Lord, and he tries to feed him to the hogs. Come and get it. Here, fellas, come and get it. The other white meat.
Baby? Because baby tastes best? Was that? Whoa! That was an Austin Powers and a Snowpiercer reference. Good for me.
I need some muscle.
I'm a Deadpool writer now. Congratulations.
I need some muscle and some meat.
Don't eat pigs. Pigs are your friend. They're very intelligent.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Chickens, I don't care about. They're idiots. Eat them.
Well, yeah,
but pigs are intelligent, sweet creatures.
I was gonna say, why is Deadpool saving this douche nozzle? But I guess because he wants to get paid.
Duh, it's all about that money, yo.
But
did I do a Deadpool writing? Did I do it good?
I guess so. But I love, I guess, Bieber and Tombstone. This whole thing is they had a bet. You know, Tombstone bet he could take out Deadpool, but Bieber bet on Deadpool. He's like, you killed all those people in that building for a bet? Tombstone, that's how
I roll.
Yeah, like a punk ass gangsta wannabe.
Yo, boss, we gotta bounce.
Oh, Lord. If being a walking bottle of whiteout wasn't enough to emasculate you, running away with your tail between your legs gotta.
Well, touche, Deadpool, touche.
Bring it on.
Just because you lampshaded doesn't make it okay.
Bring it on, show enough.
Yeah, this is the part that I'm just like,
Oh my god, and the writers even call out Wikipedia, which they should have used.
Exactly.
Um,
Ooh, my skin is diamond tough. Okay. And
which?
that does, there are things that can break diamonds, but whatever.
Which means?
Especially in the Marvel universe. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Which means?
You're as good as dead.
Read the line, I needed the drop.
No, we'll not do it.
So I guess, yeah, Tombstone beats down Deadpool. Oh my lord.
Wow, I can't believe they actually said that word. I was just like, okay, cool.
What, Conrad, just the cracker I was looking for?
Yikes.
I was gonna say, I can say it, I am one. Oh my lord, and then I guess Deadpool trips Tombstone. Now I'm willing to bet your eyeball wasn't invulnerable.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Smart thinking, buddy.
He lost his hand and his bones now almost looks like a Wolverine bone claw. If I drive my stump through it, you will die.
We don't talk about the bone claw, bro.
90s. What do you want? A confession? No one's gonna believe you. You're right. That's why I am rolling with my posse. Even the voice is posse. God, you're so white. So that's why we can't dance. What is this? The voice is in my head? Oh my lord. So yeah. So he takes Bieber back to his dad. Big ups to Brooklyn. Jeez.
Yikes, this is just all bad.
Can you two have this conversation after I get my money? I haven't had a shower in a week and I smell worse than Staten Island. Well, at least he doesn't.
Oh, I mean, he's right.
Well,
Hey, you want to see my new profile pic, guys, for this week?
It could be worse. He could smell like Jersey. Yeah, what's your new profile pic?
I don't know if it's going to let me do it, but...
What are you trying to share the screen? Because I was having... Because I don't know. It's weird.
It's not going to do it.
Not gonna.
Is it doing it? I can't tell.
Here, now try it.
It's not doing it. It's fine. You'll just have to see later on, I guess.
That's right, people. That's right.
We'll figure it out. Maybe next time I will.
Did you change your Facebook profile? Because that's what she's been doing, people.
Yeah, it's a running joke. I'll change it later. I like Smug Batman though. I do. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that whole thing. Big ups to Brooklyn. I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah.
This, you know what? If you want to cringe, this is the issue. This is major cringe.
But yeah, so yeah, Daddy gives Deadpool's money and then he says, "Let the police in on your way out." So Conrad's getting arrested. So how do we end this issue of this series of Deadpool? He buys Crazy Inez a new apartment after hers got blown up.
I mean, they do live in, I'm assuming, New York, so that's a pretty swank pack for New York.
And Lilith, how do female characters show their gratitude?
Bomb chicka wow! Of course. I guess she doesn't wear a bra because she doesn't have to. They defy gravity. Cool.
Well, plastic don't sag, dude.
Oh, is it plastic? I thought it was supposed to be natural. Thought it was supposed to be a force of nature, but
I don't know. And do you wear a broad home? Come on.
Until you go to bed, you probably should. For certain people. Don't want your back to hurt, you know?
Yeah. Plus, he paid enough money.
Oh, Philip. I mean, basically, that's what the Raiders are saying.
Seriously? Bought her a new apartment.
Can you not talk and let me enjoy this?
Thank you for the drop.
Be gentle with me. Bonus.
Gobble, gobble.
So, yeah. On that note, the end
bazookas.
of a terrible, terrible series that didn't need to exist.
I think...
Total cash grab. But there were some fun moments. And like I said, I did enjoy the Daredevil and Spider-Man stuff, but Punisher totally felt forced in and unnecessary.
I mean...
I could have done without him the whole way through.
I think the big weakness of this issue is it didn't need to be 5 issues. They could have did this in 3 or 4.
3. Definitely 3.
Yeah, I think that's what really made it suffer, is they dragged it way too long.
But like I said, there's some good things in there, and I didn't remember there being good things in there. That's why I was like, ooh, Suicide Kings. But there's some good stuff, so it was a nice little refresher.
Oh, yeah.
You can find the little gems in almost any Deadpool series. Almost any Deadpool series.
Yes. Oh, hey, should we get to a first for Wade's World?
Sure.
Yes, for the first time in Wade's World history, this show has feedback from Ray from In Today Night and Moon Knight podcast, who you've heard all this episode.
We made it!
That's right, we've achieved the heights of the Quantum Zone or Ultimate Spider-Cast. Hell, he even commented on a Batman before this. Come on.
And you know he only commented because the Spider-Man was in here. You just know it.
I think he likes Daredevil too. All right, everyone. So, yes, these are the dulcet tones of Ray from In Today Night and Moon Knight podcast.
G'day. Lilith and Phil.
G'day, mate.
I have entered Wade's World. Yeah, no, I thought I'd just drop this because I missed one of the Ultimate Spider-Cast episodes, and I've been reading along and really enjoying that. So I thought I'd give Deadpool a go, and I, I've been an on-off fan for Deadpool, so I do enjoy his stuff. When I saw that Suicide Kings was written by Mike Benson, I just had to get in there and drop in some thoughts because I guess some of you would know that Mike Benson did a run of Moon Knight after the Charlie Houston run in 2006, 2007. So I thought I'd see how he'd handle Deadpool, and I was actually quite pleased with this. To let you know, I'm coming in totally cold, so I've just read Suicide Kings number 5. I haven't read the preceding issues, but I have been listening to your show, so I kind of do know what is going on. Look, I really enjoyed it. I love the team up. I love the throwdown with Tombstone. I mean, you can't go wrong with Tombstone. Although, Phil, you did mention he's not as good as he was really in the late 80s and the 90s. One of the things I really do miss, and I'm not sure if you guys mentioned it before, is that he's missing his kind of whispering. I think that was him, and I think that with being an albino and sharpening his teeth, and of course having the cold as ice, hard as marble skin, that kind of made him
More
what he
threatening.
was. So I was a bit disappointed to not see the whispering word balloons, but it was fun to see Tombstone go up against Deadpool. I thought Deadpool was written pretty well. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but from what I've heard, what I read, it was pretty cool. Like sometimes writers try a bit too hard to be funny and try a bit too hard to be kind of Deadpool funny, and it sometimes doesn't work. I'm thinking Frank Thierry, basically, in the Black Knight run.
Shots
But anyway,
fired.
I think Benson did really well with Deadpool. I loved it.
That was a big
fourth wall, the wall breaking with with Deadpool, obviously kind of a wink to the audience. But I also love that little one random panel of that little kid reading the comic. And just kind of saying to his mum, "Oh, it's Wednesday. Leave me alone. I'm reading my comics." So I really enjoy that sort of stuff. You don't get that in many other comics. Deadpool's humour, I think, was on point by Benson, so that was enjoyable. He wasn't outshone by Spider-Man, but it was good to see Spidey in there. I did not understand what the hell that conglomeration of a superhero was. Was that Frank? Like, they had the claw and everything.
Yeah, it was the Punisher.
Yeah, I didn't know that, because he turned up later on with with his normal costume.
For no reason.
Just a little funny thing because I'm going in cold. So Conrad the kid towards the end, chatting with his dad. Then at the very end, I actually thought that was Conrad still for some reason, and I thought Deadpool actually bought him an apartment. Again, I don't know the backstory of the whole story. So then when he kissed Deadpool, I was going, oh wow, this is pretty cool, pretty progressive. But then whoever it was, and apologies, I don't know who it was, she kind of takes off her top. And it's like, oh, okay. I thought it was Conrad. So anyway, if you could maybe divulge and let me know who that was.
That would have made the story better.
Actually, going to go read the other 4 and read the whole thing. For me, it was enjoyable. I don't know what you guys think. I'm a very easy please. I know you guys are a lot more
that's a drop.
discerning when it comes to good or bad comics. Look, for me, if it's really bad, I'll hate it. But if it's just fun, if it's dumb and fun, I'd still love it. So anyway, this is good. It had one of my favourite villains, Tombstone, in it. And yeah, as I said, Benson did a good job with the voice of Deadpool. Anyway, I'm going to hear your thoughts. I love it. I'm trying to think of something funny and witty to say, but I can't, I've just got my straight guy kind of face on. But yeah, I'll catch you later. And see you next Thursday. Whee!
You could tell who his favorite is because he does the catchphrases. You saw who got top billing in the beginning of that feedback. It's like, hello, Lil Phil. But what did you say was
great.
What did you say was a drop? He's easy.
Yeah,
because
easy to please.
Because at first I was gonna say, did we talk over that? But I have the audio file, so I can cut it. Oh, Ray, Khalil just gave me an idea. Anytime you send me feedback now, if there's a funny enough drop, I can cut that out.
Overall, I will give the series as a whole a C+. This issue, though itself, gets about a D-. I mean, this is a very unsatisfactory conclusion. Like, remember how, this is the thing that I did kind of like about Deadpool, early Deadpool especially, where they would just basically make up villains for him to kill, and it'd just be a gore fest kind of thing. That's the whole thing when he goes up against, established old school villains. With the exception of Taskmaster. I really do like the Deadpool-Taskmaster relationship, so that's, the exception to the rule.
But yeah, I mean, I understand your confusion, especially if you weren't reading the rest of the series, Ray. But I wasn't reading Punisher at this time. But yeah, I think he was going around killing guys with supervillain weaponry. As
you do, he was Vulture, but a good guy, quote unquote. I guess
they every couple of years they try to throw a gimmick on Frank to sell books.
He doesn't need it. Just make him competent.
I know, supervillain weaponry. When Captain America, quote unquote, got killed, he put on a Captain America suit. What was it?
Yeah, that didn't have him rolling over in his quote unquote grave.
Then 2 years ago, they had him use the War Machine armor, which
that was an okay art.
Yeah, I read that. That wasn't bad.
That was an okay art.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my thoughts about this. Thank God we can move on. What's up next on our Deadpool agenda?
Oh, well, in 2 weeks.
2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it is.
Well, no, in 2 weeks we'll come back and do the one-shot Deadpool Games of Death #1. And then Wade's World will be taking a vacation for July. No new episodes in July, but that's because we're going to be doing full month of Comic Capers.
Yay! But not really, because y'all know Philip hates me.
Ew, it's Captain America. Show your
I believe it's our Nomad issues or something. What is it?
No, it's when it's kind of like the origin of U.S. Agent, because it's when Captain America gets replaced.
Different.
What?
Same difference.
How dare you?
Ladies, never trust a guy who tells you Captain America derivatives are his favorite characters. Don't do it. It's a bad sign. It's like when some guy tells you that The Matrix, a guy over 18, by the way, tells you that Matrix is his favorite movie. Don't trust him.
Somebody didn't get a second date.
Game over.
Get out!
Hello? I didn't mean it. All right, so we done.
Yeah, let's do it.
So send your thoughts on Deadpool Game of Death, or heck, you can bash this Suicide Kings if you want, but send your
We did a good enough job on that one.
yes, or send all your thoughts on the Captain Americas, and maybe next episode of Wade's World, I'll tell everyone what we're coming back with in August. Or we're coming back hot. So anyway, email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And hey, if you can't remember it, check out the YouTube video because it's right down there. It's right on the screen.
No excuses, people.
And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like I said, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find everything all in one convenient place. That's or one convenient package. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors. Like Charlie Esser goes like on a big 5-minute rant about the sponsors, man. He's like, oh, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm listening to this on my tweaked headphones. Or he's like, I can't hear you because I'm not wearing tweaked headphones.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes. So yes, tweaked headphones. Hunt a Killer. You should have heard him last night. Go listen to last Super Connectivity. He's like, hey, you should hunt some killers. You know, you're all stuck at home. You should hunt some killers. So yes, Hunt a Killer. Pod Life the book. The first one, because number 2 is in the works with Mr. Tyler Patrick. So check out Pod Life the book. Go buy the first edition on, get it digital, paperback, and do all that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Send all your money to Rob Master Doom Southgate. Make it rain, as Deadpool says.
Go back and look at my history, and you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. Mark my words.
Should we get a drop? Should I say, Rob, can you send me a drop of saying make it rain?
Yes. Yes. Hell yes.
Every time we do the plugs, just have Rob say make it rain. Mark my
Support
words.
our sponsors. Make it rain.
Oh my lord, he'll make everyone do that now. Alright, Lilith Hellfire.
If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire or Instagram with the cool kids at Lilith Hellfire 86 or Lilith Hellfire 69.
Eyeballs and penises. Nobody tell Rob.
There's a disclaimer.
Deceptively hard.
Hey, well. That was the evilest laugh, man. I gotta get a drop of that. But thank you, everyone, for getting us through Deadpool Suicide Kings. Come back in 2 weeks for Deadpool Games of Death. But you know what that means? Next week, it's part 2 of our Grey Hulk series.
Yay!
Yay!
I don't love Grey Hulk. There's something like
That's right. You don't comic book. Future Wolf is passed out drunk. So we smash that Kona
He was
button.
passed out drunk 15 minutes into it.
Until then, maximum effort, 0 common sense.
And we will see you next Thursday. Make it rain!
See you later, bunkies.